Yo, what's up, YouTube? This your boy Cheney Live coming at y'all with another vlog again. Today I wanted to talk up to y'all about something a little bit on the spiritual side. There's a big question that most of us struggle with all our lives. This question is being brought up on social media. This question is being brought up in education, politics. I mean, this is like a heavy question. This is like one of the main questions that mankind has struggled with for all eternity. And that question is God real? Is God real? You have a lot of people that say God is not real. You have a lot of people that say there's no such thing as God. There's no such thing as Satan, the devil, and things of that nature. Now, I don't know the particulars of spirituality. I'm not one to say that I have all the answers, facts, and things of that nature. But what I will tell you is based on my personal experience in life. From my personal understanding and based on certain supernatural encounters that have taken place in my life, I would say personally that God is real. Now, you can call him God, you can call him a supreme being, higher power, whatever you choose, okay? This isn't about names. You know, people go back and say, well, the word God came from here, so how could it be a God if the word was invented in this point in time? I mean, you can, instead of being obnoxious about the word, the language, and things of that nature, we're going to just say God in a general presence, okay? A lot of times when people hear people's testimonies, people say, this happened to me and this happened to me and God still brought me through. And a lot of the non-believers, they'll say, it wasn't God that brought you through. It was you. You did this and you did that. And because you did all those particular things, that is the thing that brought you through. It had nothing to do with a higher power. Okay, you just believed that it was a higher power, but it was you the whole time. Now, there are instances where I do believe that. I do believe that a lot of the outcomes and results that we get do have a huge play in our personal participation and our personal self-progress, if you will, in getting certain things accomplished. Okay? But from my personal experience, outside of the things that I have done on my own, from hard work, from dedication, from a whole bunch of things, there's a lot of great things that have taken place that were out of my physical ability, out of my physical strength, out of my mental ability. I mean, I'm talking about life or death situations. There were times where, I was shot at, at close range, and I watched, like dirt moving at my feet, and I heard bullets like whistling by my head. And I mean, I'm talking about not just one shot, two shot. I'm talking about a series of shots where, I definitely, easily could have been hit in my own personal ability and physical existence, as a lot of non-believers say. Okay? But I have witnessed supernatural encounters. I mean, I've watched the dirt at my feet move from bullet shots. I've listened to the sound of how bullets sound whistling past my ears. Okay? so many situations where I was definitely in a position where I was it was not, it was out of my physical control. Okay. And I have to say that in these situations, there was a supernatural power that that was protecting me, that surrounded me, that had a shield around me. Okay, that protected me. Okay. There's times, for the people that say, oh, everything you accomplish and everything you get, it's not a blessing. It's because you did this, that, and the third. Okay. There's been times where I have done nothing, where I have decided not to do anything. Like, I'm just going to sit here and I'm not going to put forth any effort to change anything in the situation, and I'm going to see if it moves. And in those times, there's been times where I haven't physically done anything particular myself, and boom, stuff would move automatically on its own. Doors would open, doors would close, opportunities would present themselves, opportunities would disappear. Like, things made me move in certain directions without my physical participation or drive or willingness or dedication or whatever you believe is the answer to the blessings that you think mankind gets from his own personal participation and his own personal work, as to keep it simple. All right. I've been in situations where I was totally, all I can say is, I'm not going to sit here and tell a bunch of stories. But what I will tell you, from my personal, you can believe what you want, but from my personal understanding, my personal belief, I believe that there is a supernatural power that is working behind the scenes in our favor. Now, that is also based on you as well. There has been times where, based on my behavior, my attitude, how I thought about things, the mindset I was in, things did not move in my favor. Okay? It does take a certain amount of personal participation, I'll say, for supernatural things to even take place. Okay? So you can't just not have any type of positive, optimistic thinking, or you can't be negative and expect this supernatural power to work in your favor, the universe to move things in your favor. Like, you have to be a willing participant in order for these things to happen. And I can tell you, there's been times where I wasn't a willing participant, and there's been times where I was like, you know what, I ain't got shit, I ain't worth shit, I don't have shit, I haven't accomplished shit, but I'm going to go anyway, and I'm going to just go and talk to these people, okay? And I'm going to ask for the opportunity anyway, even though I don't have the qualifications, I don't have what it takes or the experience. I don't have any of that thing. I'm going to just show up and I'm just going to go. Now, you got to be able to show up and you got to be able to just go for that supernatural thing to work behind the scenes in your favor. Okay? It has happened. I have done some great things. I dropped out of school. I went back. I had to sneak. That's another thing. Like, I went back, and when I made up my mind, okay, I want to go back and I want to make things right, I was too old to qualify for a high school diploma. They said the only way you can go back is you got to go to the GED program because of your age, right? This is just a primary example. I was beyond the age legally to go to high school. Okay? So here's what I did. I took my paperwork and I went to the high school. Right? I knew I was too old. I called, we researched, we did everything. I knew I was too old. But I went to the high school. They said for the GED program, go this way. For the high school diploma program, go this way. Now I know that I was too old, so I should have been going this way to the GED program. But instead, I said, I'm gonna just go to the high school program. They gonna check my eye. I know I'm too old. I know that this, I know that. Let me just go and see what happens. That's one of them faith things. That's one of them higher power. Let's see what you can do. So I said, okay. I went into the high school diploma side, took my paperwork. I ain't say nothing. I ain't say nothing about age or anything. Man, them people checked my paperwork and they signed me up and was like, you start class tomorrow. And I was in the high school diploma program. I was the oldest kid in that program because I was too old. I shouldn't have been in the program in the first place. So with that being said, and a lot of non-believers in God or the supernatural, they'll be like, you did it. You did it. Somebody had to tell me to do it because I wouldn't have did it on my own. Like it took some prayer. It took some talking to. On my way to that place, it took some talking to. You know, it took some talking to. And it wasn't me. It wasn't the person that I was that made me make that left turn into that other office. Okay? It was definitely a supernatural voice telling me to do it. So, that's just one. But I got 1,000. I got thousands of them. You know, I got thousands of examples of how this situation works. You know, like I give you another example. This one right here. This was incredible, right? All right. I moved out. Just getting my first apartment. You know what I'm saying? Setting up things, going to work, paying my rent. Didn't have no vehicle, needed a car. Went to dealership after dealership. I went to this dealership, bam. I'm like, look, I need a car. They like, let's look at this, let's look at this, let's look at this. Oh, you need a cosigner. I'm like, okay. I'm like, Ma, I need a cosigner. They not gonna give me no car without no cosigner. Will you co-sign for me? She like, hell no, I ain't gonna co-sign for you. You crazy and let you mess up my credit? No, I ain't gonna co-sign for you. So I'm like, look, I'm like, she not gonna co-sign for me. What I gotta do? They like, look, if you come up with like $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, maybe that'll help. I don't know. So I'm like, look, man. I'm like, yo, I'm a young parent. Freaking, I'm like 21. I got a kid, one on the way. I'm like, ain't no way in hell I'm gonna be able to come up with no $4,000 or $5,000 and pay my rent and everything else we gotta do. So I'm like, that's out the door. So I'm like, all right, I'm done. I quit. Another thing get inside of me said, go do it again. I'm like, I'm gonna try it again. I'm not gonna give up. I'm gonna try it again. I'm gonna try it again. Go to another place. Bam. Blah, 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 blah. This is my situation. I need a vehicle. Boom. Same thing. You need a cosigner. Ma, will you cosign for me? Hell no. All right, cool. She not gonna cosign for me. What I need to do? Oh, if you come up with $5,000 as down payment, we might be able to do something. No $5,000, no car. Leave. Man, I had to do this thing. I think after about the 4th time, I was like, you know what? It's just not meant to be. I'm just not going to have no car. I quit. I tried. If I luck up to some amazing situation and come up with some $5,000, we'll bring it up again. But for now, we just ass out. That's just what it is. All right, let it go. So next thing you know, probably a month later, I wake up in the morning, got the radio playing, music playing, got my daughter playing, it's early. I'm like, it's Saturday, I'm off for work. I'm like, I'm gonna go to the barber shop, get tightened up, this, that, and the third. So we listen to the radio and a commercial come on, and it's like, come down to freaking, what was it called? Was it Universal Ford? It was something, one of these dealerships, like, come down, we giving cars away. Man, we giving cars away. We having this big celebration, cars everywhere, this, that, and the third. Oh, we giving cars away. Oh, it's crazy. So I'm like, it's just a commercial. I already know what my fate is in that situation. So I'm going to just let it go. Let it go. Get to the barber shop, get my hair cut, music playing in the barber shop, everybody having a good time. I'm jamming, I'm getting my hair cut, and bam, the commercial come on again. And it wasn't a commercial like a recording. It was like they had a microphone, they were filming live. They were like, we are out here, we just gave a car away for $20, such and such. I'm like, man, I said, that is the biggest bullshit. $20, unheard of, right? This is a lie and shit. So I just ignored it. But it just kept coming on in between every song. I'm like, why? I'm like, all right. So I ignored it. So I said, I'm going home. All right. Leave the barbershop. I get to my apartment, right? I look down, and it's like a flyer at the door of my apartment. So I pick up the flyer and look at it, and it's like Universal Ford. It had that date on it. And I'm like, what is this? It's like this thick shit is following me, and it's like, come down, we got these specials, we doing this, that, and the third, blah, 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 and all of this stuff. I said, you know what? I said, I heard it at the house this morning. I go to the barber shop, I hear it again, okay? I come home, and they got a flyer on the doorstep. It's the same place. I said, I'm gonna go out there, let me just go see what's happening. Okay, get on the bus, pay my little bus fare, hop on the bus. I'm on my way out to the daggone place. You know what I mean? Get out there. I started seeing people I knew. I saw this girl I knew, like she won a car or something. I'm like, what the hell? She won a car? I'm like, whoa, what, you won a car for like, and all you had to do was pay like for tags and stuff, like a couple $100. I'm like, that's awesome, So it was crowded. It was like people all over the place. I'm like, I've never seen anything like this. You know what I mean? So to make a long story short, I'm looking at these cars. I'm just walking around looking. And I saw this red Ford Taurus. I mean, it was candy apple red. It was crispy clean. It was squeaky clean. It was beautiful. It was fabulous. And I was just looking at it. And this man walked up. He said, you want that car? I was like, yeah, I want that car, but I was like, I can't get it. You know what I mean? I was like, yeah, I would like it, but I just know that I can't get it because everybody told me I need a cosigner. I don't have no cosigner. And they told me I need like $5,000 down. I ain't got that, so I know I can't get it. I done already been to like 10 different places. He said, all right, come on inside. Let's see what we can do. Just come with me and let's see what we can do. And I'm like, all right, man, I'm gonna just go with you. I know you can't do nothing. I already know what the situation is. So I go with him. He do everything the last people did. Run my credit, this, that. He like, you gonna need a cosigner and a down payment. I'm like, I already told you that. He said, I tell you what. I said, my mama won't do it. I asked her 10 times, she won't do it. And he said, you know what? Just go on and call her again. Go on and call her. Tell her I'm here. Tell her you sitting here with me. Call her and tell her what the deal is. And then he was like, I tell you what, you're going to still need cash down. He said, I might be able to work with you on the cash down, but give her a call. He said, And he said, if she'll co-sign for you, then I'll let you, I could probably get you done with just $500 down. I'm like, $500 down? I'm like, shit, I got that right here. That's my rent. I'm like, shit, I'll give you my rent and I'll pay them motherfuckers in 2 weeks if I have to get this shit. So I said, all right, I'll call her. I already know. I'm like, Ma, here we go again. I'm at the dealership. The man found the car. It's perfect for me. He told me all I need to do is give him $500 down. I got the $500 in my pocket. All I need is co-signer. Will you co-sign for me? And my mom was like, sure, baby, I'll co-sign for you. Where are you? I'll come up there right now. I'm like, what the hell? She was like, where are you? I'm on my way. Like, what the hell? It was different. I ain't getting no lecture about stuff I did in 3rd grade like them other times. None of that stuff. She just showed up, signed the paperwork, and I got my vehicle, man. It was like a 360-degree change out of nowhere. And not only that, the money that he needed down was the exact amount of money that I had in my pocket. It was just like a perfect scenario. It was a perfect scenario. Just everything just fell into place perfectly. So I'm saying this to let you guys know there are times where you'll do great things and you may give the credit to God. When we give the credit to God for great things happening in our life, we're not stupid. We know we did some things. We just thankful for Him giving us the physical body and the breath of life to be able to do those things. But there are supernatural things happening behind the scenes that are out of our control that God is responsible for. And this is what people need to understand. So you believe what you want. If you don't believe, I take nothing away from you for that. But I am a walking vessel. I am a living proof that supernatural blessings are happening behind the scenes, coming from a higher power. So with all that being said, y'all, this your boy Chandly Live. It's been a pleasure. I always enjoy vlogging with you. I will see you on the next vlog. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share the video. And we'll see you on the next round.